Merry Christmas. So I think this is where I sing. I don't know any Christmas song, but I do remember a song my dad used to sing to me then. The song goes, um, Cockatoo, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. There's a village on the top of mountain, yeah, river by your doorstep. Na 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 na, so for me. Um, we are always singing in my house, right? Interesting part of the singing is if you can't sing it light. So many times you don't know the song, but you're always either la 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 la. La 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 la. Yo 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 yo. That's how I do for almost every song. I can't remember the last time I wasn't doing something like that. That's how I sing the song. And any other song I don't know. I mix flavors of how it's going. Sometimes I just try to do. You see, that's why I'm always having one of the best company with myself. I wanted to cut my hair this Christmas, but somehow I didn't remember to. Though I would do it in the daytime. I wanted to come online after I've cut my hair. But the truth is, it doesn't matter if I cut my hair now or I cut my hair later. It can always be cut. We ridiculously carry things that we make define us and yet now feel bad about it. That's the part I don't really understand. Like something that is external is what we use to define who we are, define how we should feel because the truth is you say nothing defines you, but when external things define how you should feel, it means that you really don't define how you should feel. It sounds like repetition of words, but the truth is, it is literally just insulting a God that gives you life. That it is not worthy to define you. That is all we do. We say God is not worthy to define us. We belittle God because we don't believe that God exists, literally. And yet, we are still just all God in expression because God is love and love uses itself to better that can exist. This is my brain I'm telling you about. I'm not telling you something different from my brain. When I come online, every word you hear me talk is my brain expressed. What goes on here? The same way when you come online, you do justice to that. Like evenly justice. You tell me what is in your brain. So when I'm talking to you and I can see what is in your brain, right? And it doesn't seem like much to me. I can't force myself to change what is in my brain just because what is your brain. That's simple common sense. But as common as it is, we don't understand it because we don't feel good. We don't feel good. Why? Because negative attention would always do what? Expand negative emotions. So we don't feel good all the time, thinking we're doing somebody a favor. We create negative attentions that don't make any sense, that don't make us alive or not. Because the truth is, I'm very grateful to be positive energy. That's one thing I would say. I'm talking to God, literally. When I sit to speak, I am talking to God. What is God? Spirit. Why is God spirit? Because love is spirit. So everything has a way of answering itself. Love is spirit because God is spirit. And God used itself to bet all that can exist. It cannot change because you don't understand it. I wish it just changes because you don't understand it. Right? And the reason why my perspective can understand this is because it is God itself coming to me, right? Through me, God itself. This is how I understand it. I can't change my perspective from understanding what I understand because I was born like that. When we see that the way you are born determines your perspective. Why does it determine your perspective? It is a point in consciousness that has come to see love is the most powerful force in all of existence through a particular lens. That's what we call perspective, how you perceive what you see. So what you see determines how you feel. What you see is not literally your eyesight. Like when I say what you see, people will be like, what is in front of me? They look like vision is what you see. That's not what you see. What you see is what you perceive. All these things around you is seen by you. But what you perceive, only you see it. Nobody else can see it. And you did not create it. It is love in diversity, trying to understand the world through infinite eyesight. You understand it if you're someone that read books and you can see other people's life through the story you read. It gives you different ideas. That's why movie is beautiful because you can watch a movie seeing the life of somebody totally different from you in a different way. And this is why television would always do what? Tell a vision, right? So we're all here to tell a vision what we see by the means of perspective. And I am telling you my vision. If you now think that there is something wrong with my vision, it is your own how you see it, your own vision. Do you get that you're telling me? You tell me your vision because you would always express what you see. That is why a picture would always say 1,000 words because it is doing what? Expressing literally what 1,000 different perceptions would see. because we don't see things differently. This makes a beautiful picture, a beautiful story. It is the story of life, the story of how love is the most powerful force in all of existence. You see, this story, right, that I'm just telling you about is literally very, very simple. It is a story that is explain how in how we all strive to feel good. How you strive, how I strive. Some people buy cars to feel good, right? Some people buy different stuff to feel good. Some people have bought so many stuff that nothing hits it anymore. They need something extra. So they go the extra mile of looking for something outside. They keep striving because the thing is, yeah, course that's what they call the rat race, honestly. That's trying to feel good is the rat race. It is the rat race because you are trying to feel good using outside things. You think the rat race is actually 9 to 5. That's the funny part. It's not 9 to 5. It is you trying to use external things to feel good. This race is a loop that keeps you doing what you're looking for. We keep looking for. If you so look for, you will look for, you will never find because love is the highest level of feeling good. Now, if you cannot perceive this as the wisdom of God we exist within, it is how you perceive the world. It has nothing to do with what exists. Just like oxygen would always be oxygen, no matter what name you call it. There is always be something that we are breathing in. So this is why over the centuries and trillions of years, we all have different perception, different languages, and literally different perception. Because the truth is, each language can interpret one another. Why? Because we're saying the same thing, just different ways. It's the same thing we're saying. Because I'll say get out. That get out can be said in different. You can't even imagine how many words you can say that get out in. It is that simple. But we cannot understand because we do not feel good. This is a characteristic of love that is very essential to grow. If a child is not feeling good, he start dying. That death comes by sickness because the emotions are out of place, right? And so the physical body loses its own balance. That is how it flows. So if you are sick, there is something you are keeping numb that would always do what come into play because you cannot work against love. Love would always be the highest level of feeling good. And because you are love, you are not feeling good. You will think you are doing somebody else a favor. And the thing is, it is so simple to change how you feel. I swear to God. It's so simple. Sophia, I return permanently. I do not return. 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 So it's so simple. So simple to change how you feel. But you can't understand any of what I'm saying when you don't have the capacity to feel good. And this is the problem of Africa. Probably this is why I exist. Because my consciousness carries the understanding that hell does not make sense at all to exist for any love being. It does not make any single iota of sense. Like the tip of this barrel does not carry common I can't understand it. How? Why being alive is not important? That we do not think there is something wonderful about this God that is giving us life, right? Why we can exist. There's nothing important about it. But you see, that is the story of love because some people have to come here to prove that love is the most powerful force in existence. In existence, there's no way you cannot see this by testing it in multiple different infinite ways just to prove this point. That love is the most powerful force in all of existence. This I am telling you is what you will hear shouting and screaming all over. And it is inevitable because I see it. You see everybody shouting, love is the most powerful force in all of existence. It will come the order of the day that nobody will not be able to comprehend it because it will be something that is seen. You see, there are different ways of learning. There's practical, there's theory. Theoretically, right, it is something written down because the universe, right, is words. We all exist within words. And as you can see, words can't really express feelings the way visuals will. So we are the visuals that are trying to express that feeling of love is the most powerful force in all of existence. You can visually see me, and in my life, love is the most powerful force in all of existence. I can see it practically, practicalized, right? Because of where I am coming from to where I am right now. And this is why ADHD people are also here on the same mission to prove why love is the most powerful force in all existence. Because the way they are crafted, if they are not positive, feeling good, which is love, right? If they are not feeling good, they will not function. They will be chaotic because they need to prove that dopamine is a proof that we are love beings. This is what they are here to prove, and this is why higher consciousness of self would make you come in awareness of who you are. You start understanding who you are because you are growing in consciousness of yourself. This feels good. It is love seeking to feel good. That's why when people say authenticity, right, is the highest frequency. We easily forget that to be authentic, it must feel good. If not, who dash monkey banana? There's nothing authentic without it feeling good. If it is not feeling good, there's nothing authentic about it. You can choose to deny this truth. You can choose to do whatever you choose, right? But it's not change the fact that if it is not feeling good, it can't be authentic. This is why they will say when you become rich, you know who you are. Because when you become rich, that's the idea, right? If you look at it this way, when you become rich, you can do everything that makes you feel good in the external side, right? That's the idea. And because you can do anything that makes you feel good, you are your authentic self because you're always feeling good. Because you can get anything you want. Can you see it? It's so simple. This is why many of us choose power and everything we do just to feel good. It's simple to understand. This is my birthday or Christmas gift to you because the truth is we are all celebrating love. So any celebration of love is my birthday because I am love. Just expressing myself in a different form. and the proof that love is the most powerful force in existence is why I exist. So there's no way I cannot be loved, right? Now, there are people that place love below Jesus Christ, forgetting that Jesus Christ could never exist without love, because Jesus Christ exists because he was an embodiment of love. If you not embody love, if he was not practically expressing love that made him stand out, you will never understand why he exists. Nobody will know about him. This was forgotten by so many people that please Jesus Christ above love, committing such taboo. But you see, love is free will. Everything has to understand why on free will. So those that place Jesus Christ on free will, right? They have to understand why it is not possible. It does not even make any sense by practically living it. This is all what we're here for, to be practical with what we exist within. So the understanding makes it easy to not try to change anybody, because you just see that it doesn't matter what you do. What you do is who you are. What they do is who they are. So you cannot use what you do to change who they are. They would literally do what they are, right? Who they are. So the point of now caging people, not making people free because they always do what they are, it's not nice. That is why I would rather you freely insult me than hold it back and not express who you are. So if I don't insult you, it's because my free will would not insult you. I don't gain anything from spreading negative energy. It would kill me rather than help me, right? But yet, even me, I've been guilty of what's not feeling good. That is why I am that light that came out of thick darkness. Because first of all, I had to understand darkness. Why darkness? Right? And what is darkness? Something you cannot understand. That's just a simple thing. And now the crazy thing about darkness is it does not care to understand. It's not interested to understand because it's not feeling good, right? And it is awareness that would make that. And what's awareness? What would create awareness? What will make you see this environment? Hold on. Let me be practical here. 1 minute. Can you see me? You cannot see me. You are not aware of me. This is darkness. Darkness, right? You cannot see me. I am not conscious to you. You can't even say this is where I am. You can't tell me what I'm doing. You can't see anything I'm doing because there is no awareness. You cannot see. Now you can see me, right? Common sense. What creates this awareness that you can see me, you're aware of me? Light. What did I call it? Light. So what did light do? It creates awareness. You became conscious that there is somebody here talking to you. You can see what is talking to you. Did you see when I turned on the light? What happened to the darkness? Was it fighting the light? Was it fighting the light? Was there a struggle for the light to stay and make me visible? Did you see any wrestle? Did you see anything like that? Now, you did not see that. You only saw that when the light came on, darkness vanished. This is practical common sense. You can now sense this because I have practically shown you that light can never fight darkness. There is no fight between darkness and light. It is impossible. So praying that something should disappear, evil people should, does it make sense to you? Practically, when they say the light shine it and darkness comprehend it not, is this not so practical? But you cannot commonly sense this because you do not feel good. Your sense has excluded you. Now, if you are angry about this commonly sensed, practicalized thing we just did, you will see that it does not even make sense to be angry because common sense is not always common. And why is it not common? Because we are not feeling good, we cannot sense it. So when something is not nonsense, right, to you, it means you are not sensing it. There's nothing negative about it other than what you give it. And once I understood this thing, I did not find myself inside church again. Because the church itself cannot understand what it is standing for. You see? No sense. Right? So, how does darkness now have power? Because some people choose to believe that it is possible that there is something bigger, greater than love. And love is light. Love is that feeling good that creates common sense. You see, it is so simple. It creates common sense. You see why ADHD is a superpower now. It now becomes clear that people that have ADHD, they must be positive, and that means they have more higher tendency to be changers of creation because they can sense spirit source and bring information from source to you that cannot sense it. But ADHD, not in one with spirit, love that does not understand love is spirit, would struggle. Why? Because they cannot sense it. They are chaotic. They are literally chaotic. This is why dopamine is positive. So I hope that through my little practice or practicalizations, we can see for ourselves that love is the most powerful force in all of existence. Thank you very much for staying with me to this point, and I'm very glad I was able to express myself freely. Merry